January is a month known for sales, bargains, and cold weather, but unfortunately in Scotland, only one of those things seem to be true so far. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. It's the January transfer window update slash let's talk about some moves that haven't happened video. It's been a very lacklustre January. Now, I know the summer transfer window is always the better window. The bigger moves always happen in the summer, but normally in January you get a taste of things that could happen. You get some video worthy content, and what have we had for the first 21 days of this month? We've had utter shite. We've had fringe players leave, we've had fringe players arrive, but there's been no big signings, there's been no huge deals, there's been no mega players that could potentially turn out to be flops like Aaron Ramsey. There's been nothing. We've been sitting here with our thumbs up our arse, waiting on something to happen, and nothing is happening. So we're going to try and, I don't know, cluster together a few transfers.
A bunch of transfers, alright?
Let's talk about it.
You say there's nothing happening. Alexandro Bernabei going for 5 million is definitely something happening, as a seagull agrees. I tell you what, don't know how Celtic got 5 million back for this guy, but it highlights their good transfer strategy.
Holy shit. Alright, I take it back. There's 4 things in January: sales, bargains, cold weather, and absolute fucking rip-offs and
robbery.
That's what's happened here. Celtic have just fleeced £5 million. Happy somebody.
Can't escape Bernabei. I took the job at Huddersfield and my football manager. Who was at left back? Alexandro Bernabei.
No, but that's good business for Celtic. They bring in this guy for roughly $5 million. He turns out to be a flop, but here they get every single penny back.
And you know what? Like, as much as he was a flop in terms of what he did on the pitch,
didn't cost him anything, did he?
Yeah, and he still won trophies, didn't he? So, yeah, smart business for Celtic. We'll move on. Not really much to say about it. He's with the Internationale. Surprised they're spending 5 million on a guy like Bernabei. But yeah, it is what it is. Heading over though to Sky Sports, because apparently Udinese have had a bid. Have a bid. 2.5 million rejected by Motherwell for Lennon Miller. So, yeah, Motherwell, no, you're not getting him.
Serie A, they like to sign the Scottish players. But nah, the way I feel right now, I could probably spend 2.5 million on some leb sips, but nah, 2.5 million, bit of a joke there, bit of a slap in the face kind of offer here for Udinese. This is something I'd expect Rangers to offer Motherwell. You know, bottom of the barrel, scraping together the spare change, you know, the pocket money, so to speak.
We'll let you drink at Morale Cup, sort of.
Aye, but I mean, this is embarrassing. Come on, Udinese. I think they knew. This is testing the water. I think Udinese know that Motherwell aren't prepared to sell for 2.5. There's nothing to suggest that Motherwell would let them go. I mean, we've heard rumours of transfers and bids being flung around. It's almost double this.
Yeah.
So, I just, for me...
Testing the waters.
Aye.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's good that Motherwell have rejected this, but will any clubs in Scotland be interested?
I mean, sometimes you can make the argument, you don't want to sell domestically because you're making your rivals stronger, but at the same time, it's not like Rangers, Celtic or Motherwell's.
Do you not think
rivals.
though, right? You know, Aberdeen have signed quite a lot of players in this window, right? But they made a lot of money off of Miovski. Fucking, why not Aberdeen put 3 million towards Lennon Miller? I know he wouldn't go, but fucking test it. Would you have a bit of respect for Aberdeen if they did that?
I think it would have been a hell of a lot more interesting had Aberdeen not fallen away in the last 2 months before the window opened.
Aye.
Not even. They didn't even need to be still keeping pace with Celtic. But let's say Aberdeen were. Let's say they were comfortably ahead of Rangers, or not even comfortably ahead of Rangers. But let's say what's the gap between Rangers and Celtic? 14 points.
13.
Let's say
clubs are off.
Let's say Aberdeen were somewhere in the middle, like 6 behind Celtic and 7 ahead of Rangers. I think it would have been really interesting to see the kind of money Aberdeen would be willing to invest in this window. But
they've still spent a lot though.
Yeah, they have, but do you think if they were in second place they would have spent more, or do you think it may have worked out the opposite way and they would have went, well, you know what, we're in second, we don't really do that much, we'll spend less?
Well, if you were in second that far ahead of Rangers, pretty much third at least is wrapped up, and therefore you can factor in next year's Europa League and
Champions League qualifier.
Well, I mean, if you get second. So yeah, you know what, they could have spent more. They didn't.
If buts maybes.
If buts maybes. Let's talk about your wee club. So Austrian.
Not for the wee.
Michael Steinwender could be on his way. He's completed a medical But Aiden Heidel.
Well, you say he could be on his way. He pretty much is, isn't he? Like,
Aye.
he's on his way to Jam.
What do you make of Big Aiden? Big Aiden signing from Celtic. Ever heard of him? I've never heard of him.
I'm not gonna lie, no. Aiden Haddle, never heard of the guy. He has joined Hearts from Celtic though, and it looks to be a permanent transfer.
Going to the bigger club, I respect it.
I mean, he's giving up medals, but he's getting. It
makes sense to leave the club that was died in '94. You know what I mean, Hearts.
We've never died. Flirted with relegation a few times, but
and liquidation, but they're alive.
We're alive and kicking, eh? No, I mean, could be decent signings. I don't know, man. The Hearts football's depressing me at the moment. Like, there's not much going for it.
Well, Celtic fans who are on cloud nine could be on rock bottom because apparently Kieran Tierney's linked with a move to Fenerbahce.
I mean, we have seen some decent players go to the Turkish league over the years.
Ryan Kent.
Yeah, Ryan Kent was one of them. Kieran Tierney. I don't know, man. Kieran Tierney. I think that he'd choose Celtic over Fenerbahce.
Yeah, I think the key thing is he's a Celtic man. Now, if he was just some random guy, he might choose Fenerbahce over Celtic.
Aye, but the fact that he's a Celtic fan, a diehard one at that, supposedly, if he's going to choose a different... I think it needs to be a team for a slightly better league, or a team that would be able to pay maybe 3-4 times what Celtic are offering. I don't think Fenerbahce will do that. Will Fenerbahce potentially offer more money than Celtic? Yes, but I don't think it'd be much more.
No,
I don't think we're talking... I mean, it wouldn't be more than double. I mean, maybe offering a little bit more, but not massive amounts. And then also, I mean, it's Fenerbahce. What are Fenerbahce going to do that Celtic can't? I mean, Fenerbahce can qualify for the Champions League, well, so can Celtic. Maybe Fenerbahce could have a decent run in Europe. Well, maybe Celtic haven't really shown they can do that, but I think this Celtic team under Rodgers would be capable of doing something in the... And again, it's falling into Europa League, isn't it?
Aye.
See, that's the thing, man, with the new competitions. It's like, you can't drop down.
So wait, see this year, does the winner of the Champions League go straight in?
No, you have to qualify.
But whoever finishes third goes straight in?
Aye.
To conference minimum?
I don't...
How did we land on that? I thought third spot came with guaranteed Champions League. So second place doesn't get Champions League anymore?
No, it does.
What the fuck's going on with the coefficient? They don't explain it very well.
Qualifying runs.
More quad, well, that's just what we need.
But nah, for me, I don't know. It's like I don't really like this new. It's almost like Celtic will never have as long as Celtic, I'll say it. As long as Celtic are in the Champions League, they're never going to have a good run in Europe. That could come back to haunt me if they make the semi-finals this year, but I don't think they will.
I know, but
could
you argue getting into the last 16 is a good run?
I mean, I know, but it's not a long run, is it?
No, it's not a long run. It's more like a dash.
And even then, to get into the last 16, you need to get into the playoffs, and you need to win that. I don't know. It's just I think the old format where we finish third, you could drop down.
Do you think most Celtic fans? I know they probably wouldn't take it, but before the season, if you said you'll get through the groups, but you won't get through the playoff, I think most people would have fucking took that, man. No,
I don't know, because when I looked at the initial draw, I thought
before the draw.
I think you could have looked at it and thought, you know what, there's a lot of teams that aren't really Champions League quality in here.
You could have. Anyway, we'll move on.
Look, it's what it is, but the point is that I do think that Tierney would choose Celtic or Fenerbahce.
Yep, it's the same. Right, speaking of not Champions League quality, Wycombe Wanderers are in talks with Alex Lowry. Alex Lowry spent time at your club, your wee club, then he came back to Rangers and didn't do fuck all.
I don't get it, man.
Didn't apply himself.
Yeah, the move to Hearts was supposed to open up doors. It was supposed to get him experience and I'd say, accelerate his growth as a player. Hasn't done that. I mean, pretty much, it's the opposite, man. Going to Hearts was supposed to push Lowry's career to the next level and it's pretty much killed it. Yeah. Because what he got found out was, or at least Naismith decided that Lowry wasn't good enough for Hearts. And then if you're not good enough for Hearts, that automatically means you're not good enough for Rangers.
Yep.
And Lowry since then, he's just not been given a chance. Now, should he be given a chance? I mean, why not?
It's over.
We have to say no.
Well, I mean, no, you know what? It's weird, right? he didn't really get given a proper chance, but the time to give him a chance has moved on when you've got other young guys knocking at the door. He's 21, folks. You know what I mean? He's not.
I think he could
18, 19.
He could have played against Fraserburgh. To suggest that he's not good enough to play, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, but most people would have rather Bailey Rice start against Fraserburgh, including myself. So
Did Lowry even get brought on?
No, he wasn't even on the 18.
Well, there you go. That's shocking.
I don't know where he is. He's doing in Wickham. Anyway, guys, that is it for your transfer roundup.
Hold on, what about Marco Soldado or Soldo?
There's nothing there. Nothing there. Report at Rangers target linked with a summer return to Dynamo Zagreb. No, unless they fucking trading bottle caps, we're not getting him.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that is it, guys. Yeah, not much to add. That is it. We'll be back later on. European preview show. All that good stuff. Till then, peace.
Falker.